very far. And so over time, the other teams clued in on this. So the infield would inch closer to the pitcher, and the outfield would move closer to the infield. And on the last game of the season, there were 2 outs in the ninth inning, and Owen Meany thought this was a great time to hit his home run, and he stepped up to the plate, and the pitch came, and he swung, and this time the ball rocketed off the bat, and it went up, and went far back. But it was a foul ball, and on the foul ball's way back home, it hit his best friend Johnny's mom in the head, and it killed her instantly.
Oh,
so that's
Jesus!
and that's his batting stance.
Holy
Oh,
shit.
he's a killer.
I thought that was going to be way less dark.
That was
than
quite
it
the
ended
Pyrrhic
up being,
victory.
yeah. It started off like
No, it's dark. It's like ghastly Pokemon dark.
Oh, this might evolve into a haunter. You never know.
Oh, we're talking the same language. Great.
I think we all are here. How's tour been, man?
Oh, absolutely.
You get any good drinks? Bang any old ladies?
Nothing on the old ladies front. I've got a lovely partner.
Oh,
and,
okay.
And they're a bit older, but nothing too crazy. And,
But she bangs the
and
old
that's
ladies
as
then.
far as I venture in that area.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
So how the beer's been then?
Oh, beers have been good. I actually work at a brewery called Good Robot here in Halifax, Nova Scotia. So they're pretty kind to us. They give us a nice weekly stipend. So I've been diving in. They've got this great pale ale that's infused with cold brew coffee, and it's refreshing, but also a little bit opens your eyes. So that's always helpful.
Listen,
yeah.
man,
How
I'm not
about
buying
yourselves over
squat.
there?
That sounds like a fight starter. That sounds like.
Fight me.
The cold
Get you
brew with
juiced
some
up
beer.
and-
Fucking awake
Yeah.
and angry.
You know, I'll fucking kick your ass. I'm not ready to fall asleep yet.
Yeah, it's a 1-2 punch.
Are you like silently judging all these different bars and venues for their beer selection?
No, I mean I'm someone who I'm very appreciative of Coors Light over anything most of the time.
My
Like
man.
anything that just does the job and is nice, cold, and refreshing. Like,
That's the perfect
Yeah.
after work beer right there.
oh yeah, no,
so you're a
absolutely,
redneck.
I agree.
Nice.
Oh yes, I am a redneck, my friend, and I think our buddy from Nova Scotia may feel the same way. Okay.
Yeah, I would think is Nova Scotia. Isn't Nova Scotia kind of like the south of Canada?
Well, I mean, there's debate. Like, there's definitely rural pockets all over. I'm actually born and raised in Toronto, so that's sort of one of the liberal hubs.
yeah.
But despite that, in Ontario, one of the provinces that Toronto's in, there's overall, there's just this rurality, and that often correlates to a more conservative or Republican point of view from different developments over the last 100 years. Nova Scotia overall, actually, in the last provincial election, voted Liberal. So every single district voted red. So as a province, we're
Red
actually pretty
bastards.
left-leaning. It's more the prairies, like Manitoba. Saskatchewan, I'd usually say, but they're NDP right now. But usually the prairies get the southern state equivalent in Canada.
Okay, so you
Okay.
so you
It's
putting that
opposite
on
over
somebody
there.
else. Okay, I get that. Well, being up in Nova Scotia, then you're probably drinking some Green Bastard or Liquorman's whiskey every now and again, right? You know where I'm going with this?
Yeah, well,
Freedom 35.
Yeah, like the Trailer Park Boy influence is always
Yeah.
very strong. And right now it's the Freedom 40 lager that all the kids are drinking around.
The kids know what's best, right?
40.
Yeah, they've got the more explorative palate rather than the hipster curmudgeons in the late 20s.
I just want to take this time to give a tip of the drink, a cheers to John Dunsworth.
Yep.
Jim Lee.
Yeah, Jim Leahy, rest in peace.
Yes,
Rest in peace,
rest
lady.
in peace.
Have to drinking poos for him, huh?
Yep, that's what you got to do.
Yeah, what a wonderful human being.
He was cool.
So I was listening to some of your songs today, and I don't know, your lyrics threw me off a little bit. I was wondering what are the themes of your songs? Because I like them, but I don't know. They were just something that kind of threw me off. That I was trying to pick out. Like, are usually like American songs are really obvious what you're trying to sing about. But
really
this one,
upbeat.
yeah, it's either really upbeat or really downbeat or like really sad. But I was listening. I was like, I like this, but I don't know if I should be happy or sad this whole time while I'm listening to this.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, I think I did this recent piece with this great media outlet out here in Canada, and the thing that came out is that I ultimately will write dark or upbeat songs that are lyrically dark, but overall have a tone for hope. And that's always kind of what I go for. The first record is admittedly a little bit more scrambled on some songs, in that I'm trying to figure out like what my voice is lyrically as a songwriter. But in the first song, Dissonance, is pretty well all about that psychological phenomenon of, you know, you feeling detached from your values and how your actions are working out in the real world. And it's that song is 3 different verses, and each verse has actual 2 different paragraphs. And the first one's about just the general concept of, you know, the sociology of dissonance. And the second verse is about how it relates to literature. So the first part of the second verse, so like 2A is all about Kurt Vonnegut references, and 2B is actually about some John Irving references, whereas 3A and B are all about sport allegories as it relates to dissonance. And then ultimately it fills out with this pretty scattered, admittedly, but, you know, I'm very, very much influenced by the Mountain Goats, who write very story-forward songs that are often dark but have hope as an overwhelming theme. And I kind of end on a note of alluding to the Mountain Goats. So, you know, that's one, but I have a song called Growth, which is about kind of this love that never was but could have been. And then I have a song called Pop Odyssey, which is the song at a party, like a rager, that's from the perspective of a bottle of cola. So it's kind of, you know, there's a bit of a loot bag of things.
I see. So it sounds like you like mountain goats.
Love the Mountain Goats. I love Modest Mouse.
I was saying,
you know,
I was saying to them earlier
them.
at my work. I was telling people too. Band of Horses is the vibe it gave me.
Cool. Oh yeah, no, like
not as soft,
like
you know,
those
the
first
more
2
upbeat
albums
sing
are
song.
insane.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm talking about. Or just, I mean, they had, you know, some like General Specific is a good example of a song. It was like very upbeat
God,
feel.
yeah.
Like it gave me some of those feelings, you know, as far as the nature of the song. I'm not one. I'll be completely honest. I don't even really listen to lyrics when I listen to music. It's all the melody for me.
Gave Bryce feelings that he doesn't like.
Yeah, it gave me feelings I don't like having.
I hate feelings.
I feel insecure
Well,
now.
hey, I mean,
I don't like
that's all the
feels.
much more. That means all the more that, you know, the melody sticks with you. When I go into songwriting, it's all about the lyrics. So it means a lot that there's another kind of peripheral dimension that you pick up.
Oh, I listen to metal, so like if it comes down to like a singer, I don't really give a shit most of the time. Most of the time, it's the same guy. You know, he sounds like the same guy.
Yeah.
So if he's really good, then that's cool. I like that. But most of the time, it's just the same dude screaming. It's like, whatever. Don't care about the words.
Like, are y'all not Mountain Goats fans? Because John Darnell's a huge
I have no
metal
idea what
fan.
Mountain Goats
I've
are.
honestly never.
Besides
I,
an animal.
I like Modest Mouse, but
Yes.
I've never heard of the Mountain Goats before.
Cool.
Are they a Canadian band, or are they like are they American?
No, I think they're from Durham, North Carolina, but they're from North Carolina for sure.
Oh, okay.
Between the Buried and Me is not far from them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's one of our favorite metal bands.
And so I only was able to listen to your songs this week, so I'm just fucking busy as shit all the time. I wanted to know, so how does the band work out? Do you just play just do singing, or are you just lyricist, or you do
He
play an
sings and plays
instrument?
guitar live.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's why I was kind of like, I want to hear all like the bandmates, or what are their names, and like and fucking.
Yeah, well, I guess I can give you, like, I can rattle off, like, the primary collaborators who have been Owen, Meanys, Batting Stance, has been Kaylin, Algorn Pygott on the bass,
Nice.
Siobhan Martin on the keys, and Kaylin also plays in a great band called No It's Fine. Siobhan also plays in a wonderful band called The Brood.
Oh.
And on the drums, there's been two. There's been Evan Matthews, who plays in a plethora of great East Coast bands like Russell Lauder and John McKeel. And then there's been Ryan Brown, formerly of Glory Glory, who plays around. And the East Coast is very much a community of collaborative musicians. So like Owen Meanys Batting Stance has ultimately been a project that, I've pursued both solo and also when the show comes up and the conference comes up or whatever opportunity is there and the band dynamic works out, we'll go for that. And I'm very fortunate there's a wonderful network of great human beings who are also fantastic musicians by incident that, are up for playing these songs, which, couldn't be a more gratifying feeling.
Well, cheers to them.
Yeah, it sounds like you've collaborated with a lot of other musicians. Is that kind of how it works? It's just you just kind of work together with a lot of different musicians to create your songs, or is it just like you have that bass band?
Well, usually when I go into it, like always when I go into it, I have all the lyrics done and all the chords done. And for me, when I think about a song, like that's kind of pen and paper where you put the period. And they will each respectively come up with really interesting parts that kind of drive the song in other ways. And so there's sort of, there's a bit of a dance. Like I'll definitely come with the number and then they'll come with the other steps that kind of complement it as a whole.
That's good shit.
You got really long hair. Why aren't you in a metal band?
Yeah.
You have really long hair. You need to be windmilling that shit.
I think I will one day be very into the metal genre, and that may translate into a metal band, because certainly my technical abilities on the guitar are not very conducive to any other genre but folk where you play guitar or the rhythm section of a metal band, not when you're shredding, but when you're just playing bar chords. Like that's what I would fit into. So yeah, I think time will come.
Nice. I appreciate that.
Happy to hear it.
Yeah, we like the metal. We like all kinds of music.
So what do I jump into? What are my first bands when I'm trying to get into the genre? I know that's
man.
a huge screaming question.
Oh, that's so hard. Like, cause you want to give all these obscure names, like, but I mean, like I don't know. Maybe we give one from each of us that we all really like.
I don't know, because I don't like thrusting. I've thrust people into like deep metal.
Yeah.
Like if you don't like screaming and things like that, it's one of those ones that's just so fucked to like really think you're gonna fucking.
If you want to get a good idea,
Lamb of
like
God.
a balance of metal, you get Lamb of God.
Job for a Cowboy.
No, not Job for a Cowboy. That's too scary.
Black Dahlia.
I was gonna say
no,
Whitechapel.
You go with that band, and then you go Kill Switch Engage. I got a fair amount of singing. Lamb of God and Kill. That'll get you a nice intense, setup right there. And then if you want more, you can go for like Job for a Cowboy, and they're death metal.
Even with Kill Switch, I would say start off with the Holy Diver cover that they did. They did
so good.
A cover of fucking Dio's Holy Diver, and it is very tastefully done with some like screaming in it.
Funny video
but it's
too.
not forcing
So
you
tasteful.
into a song. So tasteful.
Very tasteful metal.
Yeah, it's
So
heavy, but it's
something
melodic.
like August Burns Red fit in.
Okay, so you understand what we're talking about then.
Okay.
They're heavier than
Pills are good.
Kill Switch Engage. They're probably on the. They're like metalcore, They're all kind of metalcore. They have like heavy rhythm breakdowns, and then they have like verses and choruses. They got some cool syncopations. That's really all it is, man. Just look for whatever combination of that you like.
Just expect a lot of hate. From both fans
I'm okay.
and people who don't like you.
Yeah. What is this music? What are they even saying? How do you understand that? I don't. I just listen to it.
Great. That's what we should be doing. Yeah. We can't question everything. It's too exhausting.
Let me like
We
this
have to
shit.
just accept some things are okay.
I want to go to the goddamn club and smoke a bunch of weed and have people run into me. And that's all I want to do today.
Oh,
That's a cool.
I've got a joint in my pocket, so you let me know and we'll
Pass
make it
that
happen.
shit over, man.
Hey, I like
Just pass it
hearing-
through the microphone. We'll get it.
How accepted
great.
is weed out there? Is it kind of one of those ones where you still have to like
Austin,
really
don't
keep
ask
it on the
stupid
down
questions.
low? Or, I know it's
Well, we have-
legalized, but like it's still
Yeah, legalization's coming right now, and it's different in every province. Right now in Nova Scotia, there's quite a few different actual marijuana clinics where you just go in with your ID and you fill out a medical form, and you can, after that one process, you can get access to as much marijuana as you'd like.
That process is
and
such
there's-
bullshit, huh?
It's a bit of a gray area, but
Ours-
it's still open, and it's been open for over a year.
Yeah, we have that in California. It's same. You can go in there and you say your
Oh,
back
dope.
hurts.
it's shady as shit too. You can do it at this point. You can get your medical quote unquote medical card online from a person who doesn't see your face at any point. So my back hurts sometimes. They have a whole like list of shit like I don't know, back hurts, fucking respiratory
have trouble
problems or
sleeping.
something.
I would rather do that though because
Scary
when I
movie,
fucking
scare
went,
me.
I took the time
Scary
to go to
movie,
the
yeah.
doctor and get the recommendation, and he's fucking shopping for Beamers on his
Tasty.
iPad, and he's like, "So what's your issue?" And I
Give me
was
money and
like,
walk away.
I remember the first
No,
time-
but you're totally right. And like usually that doctor route, I mean, I admittedly, as much of a fan as I am of those stores, they have some, and I don't want to pull this like chemtrail shit. I'm not that guy, but maybe I am a bit where I'm just like, there's so much chemicals on this weed that's available in these stores, just so that they can be fast produced. So I do like somewhat of regulation where there can be some sort of tracking.
Oh no, you're definitely right in that. There's definitely even in California, there's the black market is such a prominent thing. Whereas you have a really big worry about a lot of people are just trying to pump out weed, and like it may seem good, but you don't realize like grown indoor. A lot of times, what people will say like is it means there's a lot of extra chemicals and shit that they're throwing in there, and they're like just kind of shit for your body.
Shit.
Just shit.
Shit overall.
Yeah, I mean, it was so funny, too, because it's like you go to renew your card once a year, and like my girlfriend said, she was just like, the guy was shopping for Beamers on his iPad. Like, what is this? Dude, how much money do you have signing people up? He looks at you, and he's like, all right, did you fill out the form?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember.
I did.
A couple stories.
My only thing would be like all the other white collar criminals that get away with far worse. But
Oh, yeah.
as
Oh,
a
yeah.
fellow Marxist, I'm totally there with you.
You're a Marxist.
Goddamn communist.
Commie. You know who's a Marxist?
I didn't realize.
Joseph Stalin, you commie.
Hey, I've got a pocket edition of Animal Farm in my back pocket.
Jesus. I have this.
I'm just
Preaching
going to
the
watch
good
the
word.
movie.
You like that?
Make it easy. That's the pocket edition.
The pocket.
I have it on my phone.
I had heard something that like Animal Farm, the pigs are supposed to be based like off a single family in it was either America or Russia. That like it was like this family that they were kind of like everything stays in the family. We control all the shit or something of that nature.
The shit.
All the shit.
We're probably way off base on
Yeah.
that one. Do you know what you're talking about?
I'm dumb as shit. I haven't even read Animal Farm. I don't
I've
think I
never read it,
that
never
book.
seen the movie, so
I remember reading, what the hell is it?
I can't
Fucking
read.
Catcher, yeah. Can't
we all
read
know that.
good. I remember reading Catcher
can't
in
watch
the Rye.
movies good either. Huh?
I remember reading Catcher in the Rye and the whole time thinking, this is just a fucking whiny little boy. He's just
That's
a
what everyone
spoiled,
says,
whiny
though.
little boy.
That's what
It
everyone
took
says.
me
though.
until like 3 times to appreciate reading it, but also more than appreciate reading it the third time, I was more just befuddled why the fuck I read it 2 extra
Yeah,
times after
that's
the
what I was
third
just
time,
gonna say.
especially after the second time.
You
You're
really wanted to
punishing
get
your-
it.
Yeah, you're punishing yourself for it.
Oh, totally.
understand
Self-fulfilling
this.
prophecy. Absolutely.
It's just one. It's like seeing fucking Citizen Kane. You watch the first thing, like this is really shitty and boring, and like, but I should watch it again. There's got to be a reason this is considered such a
Art,
great
you
movie.
fucking uncultured swine.
Racist bastard. You racist piece of shit.
Yeah, I'll throw this divisive thing in here. That's exactly how I felt about Citizen Kane. It was, and also There Will Be Blood. I just didn't get it.
Oh, I
I just
love-
thought because
so
I didn't
slow.
get it, it was good.
Second time around, once I learned about like the whole thing where the director wanted to originally
He'd
do
loop it?
a 45-minute the start was to be 45 minutes of silence, and they're like, we can't do that. We can't do 40. No one's gonna watch
People
the
will
fucking
fucking
movie.
leave.
People will leave. So
Andy Kaufman?
he got in. Fine, I'll make one noise, and it's when the guy falls into the fucking into the well, and like he's like ah.
I never saw it. So.
And like, it's a good movie. It's slow and boring.
Take your word for
the
it.
first time. If you don't like Daniel Day-Lewis,
I'm with Daniel on this one. We ain't watching it. We done.
So cool.
You want to pass me that pipe?
Except for I drink your milkshake. That's a great fucking line. I've abandoned my son. I've abandoned my boy. I don't know the later.
My boy.
Can you mash this?
Considering.
Considering.
Yeah, we're getting to the point now where we need to start closing out. We are going to prepare for the next showing, what we got on the Hanging from the Rafters podcast. But as an episode of You Sing and You Sing Good, I only have one final request, and you could take it or leave it, buddy.
You
but
sing and you
we
sing
asked
good.
we asked Muggsy to do it last time we had him on, and I want to ask you the same thing. Whatever tune you got in your head, your favorite song, or whatever you're performing tonight, bust it out. Let's go.
A little bit
Oh
of
my
it.
god.
Give it to
I'm,
us.
I'm literally on a patio of a karaoke bar.
I can hear it.
Perfect
It sounds
setting.
like it.
Yeah. You got the ambience here.
Yep.
Oh my god. What do I have?
Whatever's been stuck in your head.
Okay, well, I guess it's karaoke, so I'll do a couple bars from my go-to karaoke song, which I just think is thematically consistent with this place.
Hit me.
Did any of you watch the Ben Stiller show at all?
No.
It was called the
It
Ben
was from the
Stiller
early
Show.
'90s, like really great sketch comedy with like Bob Odenkirk and Janine Garofalo.
Janine Garofalo, yeah.
Bob Oden.
Great stuff.
The
He had this really
Mr.
good
Show.
segment about Bruce Springsteen doing like various things. So this will be it. This is Bruce Springsteen's first intro to Thunder Road. Huh, hey, huh, see no sounds. Mary's just waves. As a vision she dances across the porch as the radio plays. Roy Orbison for the lonely. Hey, that's me and I want you on me. Don't take me home again. I just can't take myself alone again. And there we go.
Thank you very much.
Shit.
Everybody,
Hey,
Daniel
it's been a
Walker.
pleasure.
Yeah, we want to thank you all, and Daniel, if you want to just let us know again who you're on tour with, who you want to plug, and we'll close you out.
Cool. Yeah, it sounds great. I'm heading out. I got a big show in Halifax for those East Coasters, niche audience that you are, on the 14th of September with the great Story and the wonderful band Buttes. So it's going to be a dream bill, and then I'm going out on a tour for 9 or 10 shows with like one of my favorite songwriters of all time, Megan Nash, and a new friend and label mate, C.R. Newman. So that'll be fantastic, and that's starting September 27th in Kingston, and then we'll be going until October 7th in Orillia, Ontario. So Quebec and Ontario listeners, keep your ears perked.
Yes. Well, again, everybody, Owen Meanys, Batting Stance. This is Daniel Walker.
Check him out.
And you've been here on another episode of You Sing and You Sing Good. Catch us
sing
later
and
on
you sing
Hanging
good.
from the Rafters. Catch Owen Meanys, Batting Stance out on tour, Instagram, Facebook, and Bandcamp. Again, thank you, and you have a good night, Daniel.
Hey, likewise. It's been a pleasure.
Bye now.
You're going. And I'm like a dog that's been beat too much till you spend half your life just a covering up now. Born in the USA, I was born in the USA, I was born in the USA, born in the USA.